AVC, it's been a while, so I thought I'd catch up and do a quick video with you. I've had some great finds lately, so I thought I'd do a quick video and show you what I found. Now, the first one I found yesterday, this is a really rare find, and I'll just grab it for you. Fair Weather, Beginning from an End, on Neon, RCA Neon. Now this one is an expensive album, rare. If you know your proggy kind of rare albums, then you might know this one. There's the inside. Now this one, there's one on eBay now, one copy for £88. So for you American people out there, that's like over $100. So pretty rare album. Now I found this for £10. Now, admittedly the record isn't in amazing shape. It plays fine in the loud parts, you don't hear one bit of crackle, it plays fine. So for a tenner, I thought why not. On the RCA Neon label, I just grabbed the record to show you the label. There. Good album. It's actually Fairweather, after the band leader Andy Fairweather Lowe. You might know him from different things. He's played with different people. He's played with Eric Clapton, George Harrison, his own solo career. This album, I think it was 1971 it came out, so in his early days. And it's a good album, I really like it, and for £10 I think that was a great find. Camera just fell over there, so I'll pick you back up. Okay, so next one. By 10 Years After. Now, this is an original stereo sleeve, but the record itself is actually an original mono copy, so that was a good find. I just get out. You can see there. Great band, if you don't know them, check them out. Late 60s kind of blues, psychedelic rock, led by Hartley. Just brilliant, really. Brilliant band, English band. Definitely check them out if you don't know them. It's really rocking, bluesy, just badass band basically. Check them out. And these records are pretty rare. This is an original, so they're quite rare, but I'm sure you can find a repress at least. And you often find them for fairly cheap, in not amazing condition, but they play fine, so I recommend getting it. 10 Years After. Next one I found, Guy Clark, Old Number One. Now original copies of this are really rare. This is country, early 70s, really good. This guy's a really good songwriter. He's known in the country fields as, you know, a songwriter. He's just a legend basically, so if you don't know Guy Clark, check him out. There's actually a really cool documentary called Heart-Worn Highways, which has him in it, and a lot of other people of that time, Steve Earle, just all those, Townes Van Sant, all those legendary country guys all hanging out together. I'd recommend watching that documentary if you haven't seen it. But yeah, if you like country, you like a good songwriter, definitely check this album out. Unfortunately it have to be a reissue more than likely because the originals are a lot of money, but yeah, there you go. Next one I've ever listened to, Edica Bron Band. Now I don't know how you pronounce the name, I think it's Aura is the album title. But either way, this is an original copy on Harvest, with the plastic bag intact. A lot of these you'll find haven't got the plastic bag, and this picture is actually printed on the front of the plastic bag. This is a really cool band. This is actually the last label ever released on Harvest Records. I know they've started up again recently, but back in the day this was the last record released on Harvest. So they went all out with the packaging, as you can tell. You pull this out, I'll pull it out for you. It's a bit of a mission to get out, but I'll do it. Now, there you got that there. Opens up. Now if I just get it all out, I'm trying to do this carefully because it's quite rare. Now you've got the inside there. And the cool back. That almost, to me, looks like 8-bit computer graphics. doesn't it? But this obviously came out in the 70s, so not the case, but still. Then you've got the inside sleeve. Bit of rip there, but that doesn't matter. And then on the record itself, they've actually got their own little, you can see there, their own little mark. So they went all out with the packaging. 1973 that came out. And it's a collectible item, as you can probably tell by the packaging. And if you know the band, then you know they were a good band, interesting band. It ranges from like heavy psychedelic, Captain Beefheart, Howlin' Wolf inspired stuff on their first album, to this album, which is a bit more folky, a bit more relaxed. An interesting one. I wouldn't say it's a great album personally. I'd say if you've got the money spare, you can find one fairly reasonable on eBay, get it as a nice collectible item, but as a good album, I wouldn't say it's great, but I like it more than I did when I bought it, put it that way, so it grows on you. But yeah, one to check out at least anyway. Down goes the camera again. Okay. I picked up the first Yes album. Now, this is my favourite album by them. Now, this isn't like their later stuff, you know, with all like the crazy Roger Dean covers and the 10-minute piano solo from Rick Wakeman, which frankly I don't like myself. I find it pretentious and just overblown and just not for me personally. I know other people like it, and that's fine, but for me personally, at that point I just felt like they lost their way a little bit, and it just got into pompous kind of prog. Just the soul was gone basically for me. But this album's completely different to that, yes. In fact, Rick Wakeman isn't even in the band at this point, and I'm not saying he's not a great musician, he obviously is, but I just prefer this incarnation of Yes myself. It ranges from interesting kind of proggy type songs to really just stunningly beautiful, just lovely songs. There's a song here called Sweetness, and if you know this album, you know how lovely that song is. I recommend checking it out if you just want to hear a really nice, pretty song. Check that out, Sweetness. There's another really pretty song on here as well. I think it's called Yesterday and Today. I think that was the one. I know they do a Beatles cover as well, Every Little Thing. They kind of do a little bit of a medley, I think, with the melodies on there as well with other Beatles songs. But either way, check this album out if you haven't got it. You can usually find it for quite cheap. Reissues. The original English first press of this is like hundreds of pounds, but I got this for £4, and it's like an early 70s press, good condition, £4, so that was a great find, I thought. Next one up, Fraser and the Bolt. Now I would class this as kind of psychedelic folk. Original copies of this go for a lot of money. This is a reissue on Fallout. Now I really like this. They do a great cover of the Beatles' Don't Let Me Down. That's the last track on here. This ranges from kind of like all out crazy psychedelic madness to just really pretty folk, kind of relaxing kind of country songs. So I recommend checking it out. It's an interesting one if you see it. This is one of my all-time favourite albums, Keith Hartley Band, Halfbreed. This is an original American copy, which I thought was quite a random find because living here in England you never really see many American records. So yeah, here we go. Even though it is an English band, I thought it was quite ironic to find an American copy. I know original English copies of this go, whenever I see them, for about £40, so that's pretty expensive, and I wanted this album for a long time. And I went to a record shop and I saw this one, £5 it was. It's got a great big scratch across the middle of it, but it's not really audible. In the quiet bit near the end of the album, you can slightly hear it, but overall you don't hear it at all. And in fact, the second side, there's not one scratch on it. So I thought, for £5, hell yes. And if you don't know them, they're like a blues rock, late 60s, early 70s blues rock band. Miller Anderson was the vocalist. I don't know if you know him, but he had a really cool voice. Keith Hartley, the drummer, played with different people. I think he played with John Mayall and the Blues Breakers. I think he was the only guy to play on John Mayall's Blues Alone album on drums, other than John Mayall. So I recommend checking this album out. If you like, basically, if you like cool music, bluesy rock music, get this album because it's wicked. A couple of singles to end it with. I found Chet Baker Ensemble. Now, I've had this one a while, but I haven't shown it on video, so I thought I'd show it, and I've been listening to it today, so I thought I'd show it. This is an original copy. Pretty rare, I think. Lovely. If you don't know Chet Baker, check him out. If you want to hear a real trumpet, get Chet Baker. Also this great Miles Davis 7-inch. I believe that's an original 50s 7-inch, so that's pretty darn cool to find, hey? Oh yeah, and this last one I found. Thoughts of California by Billy Roberts and Grits. I believe this is a private press. I randomly found this at a boot sale, which is kind of the English equivalent of like a flea market or something in America. I found a couple more private presses as well, all country records. I never find them, so I thought that was a really random thing to find. And yeah, it's actually quite a good album. If you like country, I recommend finding it. It's pretty rare, but worth finding. I like it. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you found something there that you enjoyed. And sorry about the camera falling over, but it's my iPhone balanced on top of my TV set, so yeah, there you go. Anyway, I'll try and do some more videos for you soon. I might maybe make one after this, seeing as I'm on a roll, so yeah, cheers. Peace.